Hey guys, welcome back to the Detour podcast. We're coming to you a bit early because I've read the race book and it's like, we've got a 2.5 hour drive to the start. So if we did it at the normal time, I don't think I'd make it. But we're joined by Johnny Trevorrow, who joins us from the beginning today. What a privilege. How's it going?
Thanks, mate. Yes, beautiful. Up at Bundaberg, beautiful Bundaberg, 22 degrees or something. Been watching grandkids playing soccer. You dragged me away. I had to duck away for half time, but anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, and yesterday's stage iffy, we thought that, a break might have a chance, but also we were hoping that it would come back for a sprint and, you could have either Grunewagen or Michael Matthews with our sort of bike exchange blinkers on, BikeExchange-Jayco, that is. But it didn't. They committed to try and get it back, but there was only two guys, it looked like, joining the chase. And
they might have come if Caleb hadn't have crashed, and he had a nasty crash, like about 60k out, they might have brought it back because Lotto and Alpecin were committed to working, and that's why you had the strange thing when Caleb crashed. The Alpecin car tried to pace him back on, which is never seen, but they knew they needed him back to work so that Lotto would work with them to bring back the brakes. So it was very strange. They got fined heaps too. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, it was a great win for Mads Pederson.
Yeah, surprisingly, that is his first stage win in a Grand Tour. I mean, he's been world champion. We know how good he is, but it's his first stage win in a Grand Tour.
Well, I've been, and in the race, I was texting Neil Stevens because Fred Wright was a gallant second, and I've been winding Steve-O up about Fred Wright for a while. In fact, I'll show you an interview we did before the start soon. And yeah, Neil's definitely up and about. But then I got to see Fred's post-race interview, and Neil had been building him up as a character. He is definitely a character. So just down to earth.
He's a good bike rider too.
Yeah. And it's refreshing. He's one of those bike riders that when he talks to the media, like he talks exactly how you'd be having a conversation, which for most of our viewers and listeners, that is rare. After a while it becomes robotic and not old Fred. So what I'm thinking this morning is I might get Neil to introduce Fred and do the interview, and introduce him to the SBS audiences. So
great stuff.
Stay tuned for that. But anyway, we've got heaps of interviews to get through. I've got two packages again. Here's the first part of all the grabs before the start from stage 13.
I think I was definitely the last few days in the mountains that you need all 8 guys, and I was just one of them. So that was nice, but a day like today should be a day for Jonas to come through safely and to save some energy where it's possible. And for me, it's a day where I need to be attentive and see what happens. In the stages in the beginning of the tour, I would say 100% bunch sprint. Now everybody a bit tired, maybe a hard race to control. And I mean, for me, it's no need to grab points anymore on stages like this. So I can rather watch my opponents and do it more defensive.
We've been speaking to some people this morning who know Tadej well, like Michael Matthews, and Matthews said he thinks Tadej will still win the Tour, but do you think some of his aura has gone after the other day? Are you a bit less intimidated by him as a team now?
No, not at all. I think the biggest mistake you can make is underestimate your competitors, and especially if it's a 2-time Tour de France winner. He won basically every stage race he did the last couple of years, so it would be really, really dumb to underestimate Pogacar. And we could already see yesterday he was back on his level and really put the pressure on Jonas. But yeah, for now we're still in a good position, and of course we're also confident in the strength we have as a team, and we try to defend yellow.
Oh yeah, there's a few days ago your teammate Wout van Aert said the yellow jersey gives people wings. Did you feel that yesterday?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Alpe d'Huez was really something special. I've been here many times when to watch it as a child. So it's now super nice to also try to experience it on the bike as well.
Yesterday, I guess, was the first time you had to do all the protocol after the stage. How much of a challenge does that add to what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a bit of a challenge, but I also see it as a part of the Tour de France and the part of being in the leader's jersey. So I go quite easy about it. I mean, I cannot change it anyway. So if I get annoyed by it, it's just a waste of energy. So it is what it is, and yeah, I mean, I'm not annoyed or anything about it. I do it, and I'm happy about doing it. So
you're already in great form in the Dauphiné. Where are you on your form curve, do you think? Do you think you've got much left, another couple of weeks, hopefully?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see next week. I hope that I can follow the attacks next week, and but I guess we'll see next week. Yeah.
Michael Storer, how was Bastille Day on Alpe d'Huez riding for a French team?
It was epic. In one word, that describes it all.
Now, you've had the role as the street sweeper for FDJ. Was that dialed up on Alpe d'Huez?
I didn't need to do it because I dropped off from the front group before the main crowds. So no street sweeping today, but I started to street sweep for myself through there.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it helps when you're riding for a French team. The crowds would be pretty receptive.
Yeah, they're definitely cheering us on a lot.
Now, obviously, it's been a tough 3 days. Gadou lost a little bit of time on GC. What was the mood like at the dinner table last night?
Yeah, the mood's still really positive. It's not a huge time gap, and yeah, we're seeing sometimes people can lose a much bigger chunk of time than 20, 30 seconds. So we'll see in the Pyrenees. Now,
today's stage looks one for sort of sprinters or the Michael Matthews types. How do you think it's going to pan out on today's stage? There's really no easy days at the Tour, is there?
Yeah, I really think today is 50-50. I can't give a clear answer. I know it could go either way.
All right, well, stay alert, mate, and we'll look forward to checking it again soon.
Yeah, thanks.
Magnus Court, a stage that suits your characteristics. How have you recovered from the last couple of epic mountain stages?
I would say I still feel the legs and the body a lot, but I hope that it's the same for everybody, and I expect that. There's been some really hard days the last 2 months.
How was it climbing up Alpe d'Huez yesterday? You said you weren't going to get involved with the crowd shenanigans. Were you able to hold back?
Yeah, no, it was a really great experience going up there. I came in not too far behind the leader, so I had plenty of time to go up there in an easy tempo, and I didn't have to push myself too hard, and I could really enjoy it, and the crowd was just amazing, and there were so many Danish fans. It was almost like being back in Denmark.
Now, it's all about recovery. Did the hotel have air conditioning?
No, I don't think so, but it's not needed when we stayed on top of Alpe d'Huez, so it was cold enough up there.
And how you expect it to be raced today?
Yeah, it's very difficult to say. I expect that the sprinter teams wants it to come in a sprint, but it has been some hard days, and yeah, sometimes maybe they will have a sprint or two that just says I'm not up for it, and that can play a game between them. If like one team doesn't want to work, maybe another also doesn't want to work, and yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
So no breakaway for Magnus today?
Yeah, I'll look into it, and then we'll see. I don't want to go in a really small break now, but the bigger groups going, I would like to try.
All right, all the best, Maggie.
Thank you.
Matthew White, a couple of lighter days. Now it's back on the tools this weekend.
It is, mate. You've got three pretty interesting days coming up. One thing for sure that's changed since last time we spoke is we've got a lot more established general classification now as we're exiting the Alps with Vingegaard a clear leader in the strongest team here. And also the green jersey battle. It's not so much of a battle anymore. Van Aert's got a very, very clear lead, so that will change how tactics are played out. And every day we get closer to Paris, there's also teams haven't won, and that will definitely influence how the next 3 days will play out.
Does it work in your favour that guys like Van Aert, Pogacar, they've done so much work, and now the GC is sort of solidified a bit, and does it free you guys up in the stage like today?
It does with Podgica, for sure, but I think with Van Aert, he's such a freak. I don't know what he'll do.
Yeah.
Is he going to pop himself in the break today as well? He could. Potentially, he could win any of these 3 stages. Does he need to? No, but you've seen the mentality of the way he races and the way he approaches racing. I'm sure in the next 3 days he'll be down the road, and maybe today's the day.
It looks like a stage suited for Bling, but do you think it potentially could come back for Dylan as well?
Well, we haven't had our team meeting yet. We're going to go back and have a talk about it now. But yeah, a lot of different situations could evolve over the next few hours. And the main thing is you've got to be prepared to adapt for those options. And we've got a good team for that.
All the best today, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Michael Matthews, a couple of big days in the mountains, and now we've got a stage that looks suited perfectly for you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, like you say, we had a few big days in the mountains. I struggled actually the last few days. I had a little bit of a sickness, not COVID, thank God. Was testing 2 times a day, but yeah, I had a bit of a struggle. Yesterday was the first day I felt like a bike rider again, so I pushed a little bit to get through in a good way yesterday. So hopefully the legs are good today, and I've gotten through that sickness.
And today's stage, as we said, it suits your characteristics. How are you expecting it to be raced today?
I mean, yeah, it does suit my characteristics, but it suits a lot of guys in the peloton, so we're not going to really know what's going to happen. I mean, Jumbo-Visma has the yellow jersey, the strongest team here probably, so I mean, if they want to control, Wild has a good shot for the finish, but we'll have to see what we do. It's a downhill start, long downhill start, so it's going to be a lot of attacking. I think a lot of guys think they can win the stage today, so it's going to be a hard one to choose which option to go with, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
It's a real sort of tricky part of the Tour de France, stages 13 to 18, because it has been such hard racing. How is the group how are the fatigue levels?
Yeah, I think other years in the Tour de France, we always had more sprint stages to this point, where, not saying sprint day is a rest day, but it's a lot easier than mountain days. And I think we haven't really had an easy day in this Tour de France yet. Every day has been raced full gas. And then we had, like you say, 3 mountain days in a row just that we got through. So I think there's going to be a lot of tired legs in the peloton for sure. And yeah, with the downhill start, everyone's going to think they have an opportunity to get in the breakaway. So I think it's going to take a really long time.
Well, good luck today, Bling.
Cheers.
There's a compilation and a few of the interviews before the start. Good race tactics there, Iffy.
You're a superstar, mate. You are. You ask all the right questions, and I think you're surprising a few people, especially Whitey.
Yeah, he'll often say to me afterwards, "You go, mate, where's the lighter stuff going?" Go back in the old kit bag. Yeah. All right, well, let's take a quick break because we've got a few other interviews. Caught up with Rod Ellingworth, and then we obviously presented the kangaroo.
Mate, Rod.
Yeah, we presented the kangaroo. So there's plenty more to come on the detour. Stay tuned.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike. 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match, but not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Thanks again to Bike Exchange, absolute superstars. Go to bikeexchange.com.au for all your bike needs, road, mountain, accessories, Johnny, and they've got a big sale on e-bikes at the moment.
They have, and with the smallest bit, helmet, any slot part for your bike, go to Bike Exchange, and they offer you the best deals near you.
That's right. Now here's part 2 of all the grabs from the start. As I said, we caught up with Rod Ellingworth and Thomas Pidcock. We got to get him the roo So enjoy.
Sheriff, how have you found the last couple of days, mate? Massive crowds, and particularly Alpe d'Huez yesterday. What a spectacle!
Unbelievable the last couple of days. A fantastic race, really good race, and for the public really. The crowds up the Alpe d'Huez were even bigger than normal. The race and the day before was fantastic. Unfortunately, we weren't part of it. Our leader sort of blew up in the middle of the road, and we just had to sit back and watch the show.
Have you been surprised at some of the tactics, particularly from Pogacar's team? Now, you're a man in GCs, I've seen it firsthand, very calm, very measured, don't waste energy. Has it surprised you how it's been raced so far?
I suppose it's a bit of a nice surprise, really. You're right. It's a bit of a crazy way. The long attacks, really getting out there and giving it all, all they can, long way from the finish. What that makes for is some fantastic viewing. Really livening it up. I really sat back and enjoyed it. Yeah, it might not make sense, and unfortunately. Today, I think he lost the nerve a little bit there. He was chasing things down that didn't need to chase down, and he paid for it at the finish. But anyway, he knows that that's what it's done. He's unfortunately lost a couple of minutes on Vingegaard. It's going to be hard to take it back.
I'm sort of repeating myself, but is today a stage for Fred Wright?
Every stage is a good day for a stage for Fred, right? No, he's up for whatever it is. He's a pretty quick sort of a guy. He's a little bit like Michael Matthews. He can get over a bit of a hill. He's fast in the finish. He can time trial as well. And so over the next days, he's got to just try his luck. It's not a matter of buying a ticket and getting on the bus. You got to try every day, and you never know when you can get in the break. We've got a couple other fast guys as well. Matej Mohoric, he's sort of not bad in those sort of positions as well. We'll be throwing out a few guys out there to see what happens.
Now, the SBS viewers, we love a good chateau. We love the culture of the region. Can you give us any insights to this area, Neil?
Insights into this region. Well, the most famous thing about this region is the Alpe d'Huez itself. I think everyone saw on the climb yesterday, all the corners that go from back to front. So the number one corner is up the top, so it's the other way around. And actually on the corners themselves, all the stage winners on Alpe d'Huez, they've got their names on the corners. They've had to double up on a couple of those ones now. These days, there's 2 names on some of the corners, but that's basically it. All it is mountains and fresh air around here.
I was looking for more cheese and wine, but you had a crack. That's all right. I hope you have a crack today.
I had a beer like every day. I didn't have any cheese or wine.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Right, Allingworth, congratulations, mate. What a fantastic day. Bastille Day, another Brit wins on the top of Alpe d'Huez. How's the mood of the group?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was a good night last night. The boys enjoyed it, definitely, yeah. I mean, obviously not a lot to do with me, but the guys certainly, played a great race yesterday, and Tom was just on fire, really, as we saw, Jumbo didn't want to let him go up the first climb, but he took his chance there just before the descent, and there's not many who could do that, I don't think, in that fashion, so great to see, yeah, really good.
Well, talk about descents, that's the feedback, they just could not believe how well he descended. Is that the mountain bike background, do you think, or he's just mad?
Oh, well, he's very confident with his bike handling, isn't he, more so than others, I think, and he's not scared to take it on. I think it's his age as well. Maybe some of the other guys wouldn't say the same. But I think he just feels so relaxed on the bike. He's so well balanced on the bike. It's just a natural instinct for him, I think. The way he moves around the peloton is really easy. So I think he enjoyed it, if you ask him, yeah.
And Geraint Thomas is obviously riding, really well, consistent. The guys, he said in the media, a lot of these young guys, they're attacking, they're racing differently, than we've seen the previous years. What are you expecting going for the second half of the tour?
I think we'll see very much more of the same, I would say, and I certainly think that first and second on GC are going to keep hitting each other as they are. G's patient, it's great to see him adapting to the new style of racing, and just shows you his depth and his experience as well. He's worked hard, hasn't he, this winter, beginning of this year, to change, and everything's improving for Geraint. So you've got to take your hats off to him for making that improvement.
And last one, we spoke to Steve Cummings yesterday. He said they watched the video of G's win on the bus that fired him up. Do you think that was the 1%er, the marginal gain?
Maybe, yeah. I think it certainly inspires people, doesn't it? When you see things like that, and I think that was first. G winning was the only guy who's won with the yellow jersey. Tom was the youngest ever winner on the Alpe d'Huez, I think, from what I heard. I think they're great. It's great stories. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's creating stories and giving people something to watch. So.
Well, I look forward to watching it on Netflix. It'll be a great episode.
Yeah, we do as well, actually. Yeah.
Good
Nice
stuff,
one.
mate.
All right, nice
all
one.
the best.
Thank you. Cheers.
I only had 2 hours sleep, so yeah, there wasn't much time sleeping to be going through it. But no, this morning the thing that just I remember the most is the atmosphere more than winning itself. I mean, yeah, that was leading up Alpe d'Huez is something incredible, and not many people ever get to experience it as a bike rider. But I recommend anyone who's a cycling fan come and experience that as a spectator, because that's something else.
What was the most surprising message you received, or the most surprising thing someone said that really struck you?
Well, that I'm the youngest ever winner. Someone told me that yesterday. There was someone else told me something as well, but I've forgotten. There's I got told quite a few things yesterday, and I haven't had much sleep, so I'm not really with it. So
I think you talked as well about your fear of crashing when you're going through the tunnel of fans.
Yeah.
How many risks were you taking on the descent yesterday, and how scared were you on there?
To be honest, it looked faster on TV. I mean, I was going fast, but I wasn't like, wanting to take too many risks. But of course, I needed to, calculated risks, I would say.
How do you see the rest of your tour now? Obviously, you're back in the race in general classification.
Yeah. To be honest, I quite fancy trying to ride for a top 10 now. I mean, I could lose more time and try to go for more stages, but yeah, maybe I'll learn more by racing the GC now. That's the plan now, anyway. Not completely sure.
All
right, thank you.
Alpe d'Huez, that's a special place for cycling. You got to enjoy it most yesterday. About how special is it?
Yeah, it is something. Something spectacular. I mean, that is iconic cycling at its best. You can't experience that in anything else apart from in the Tour de France.
I think on the first turn I saw a lot of flags for you. Then there was the Welsh corner, the Norwegian corner, the famous Dutch corner. Did you recognize those corners when you were going through them?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool how different groups of bands have different corners, but yeah, all cheer you equally as loud. So it's pretty class.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Thomas, congratulations, mate. You win the Ride of the Day award from SBS Sport, all the Australian fans. Yeah, that's as good as the Yellow Line, mate. You deserve it. What a fantastic ride.
Yeah, well, Teddy's a collectible, aren't they?
Yeah.
In this game.
And congratulations from everyone in Australia, mate, and all the best for today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, man.
I was big cock.
I like the dually microphones. One rise over top. At one stage, your SPS was covered, but you got it back on top. I like that, mate.
Yeah, but I had to give my stick to the guy from ASO, and he grabbed it and just threw it in there. So if he sort of was getting right over the top, they could have a go at him, and they're not going to have a go at him because they line up all the interviews. But he's another. Just comes across as a fantastic young bloke, Pidcock, and
he's impressive.
As we see, he's a super rider as well. Now we've got a few live comments. Obviously, Wendy Superfan says, "G'day, Andy Matthews. Hi guys, we'll be interested to hear your thoughts on Nick Schultz for today's stage, and maybe our old favourite, Lenny Kamner." Let's have a look at the profile, Iffy.
Yeah, look, I reckon it is definitely a Nick Schultz. Probably even more a bling. Depends on who gets in the break. I mean, the sprinters will. I think you got the wrong stage up there, mate.
Who,
Stage
me?
15. Yeah.
That's stage 14. Yeah. Hey, hang on, mate. You got to do your research before you pull the trigger, Iffy. I know I got the stage wrong the other day.
1-1. I did jump ahead. Yeah.
I think you got the wrong stage, mate. No.
But I said it nicely.
Yeah, you did.
Now you did right, Mr. Matthews. It is definitely a good one for Schultzy. That's a tough finish there. So. So tomorrow for the sprinters, I was looking for the sprinters for today, but it's tomorrow. stage 15. Yeah. And then we've got a couple of monster stages coming up on 17, 18. That's with tomorrow we've got a rest day, actually, haven't we?
No. Tomorrow we've got stage 15, and then we have a rest day after that. And tomorrow, when they finish at Carcassonne, John, come on, mate. Today,
it's Saturday. It's Saturday. I'm thinking today's Sunday. Oh, yeah. I'm on holidays. I'm on holidays.
It doesn't show, John. It doesn't show. Yeah. We've got another comment from Zippy. Yeah, it says, what brilliant weather, better than rain and cold. Also, it's good to see the Sheriff again. And Graham Pont says, hi, Dan and Iffy. What do you think of a GC change next week, or will the Jumbo team play it perfectly? No one knows, really. I did an interview with Stewie O'Grady before the start. I forgot to put that in the system. He was talking about the team tactics and same things as Andy Schleck. He's just shaking his head at how much energy they've burnt. And I said to him, well, it looks like the tours, I just can't see Vingegaard losing. And he said, calm down, Dan. It is a long race, the Tour de France. There is plenty of time left. And with those mountain stages next week,
17 and 18, stages 17 and 18 are two monsters. And, but I personally can't see Vingegaard cracking. And he needs to crack, because if he doesn't gain at least a minute out of him, he can't win this. The Pog can't win this bike race.
So 17 has a Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 1, and finishes on a Cat 1. And then stage 18 is a big one. It's a HC. And then we've got a Cat 1 and finishes on Hautacam. So another HC. So
it
looks like they'll probably hide out till 17 and 18. But anything can happen, as he said. As if he wants to know, why isn't Iffy wearing a merch cap? We've only got samples, so these are rare. We'll have to get one across. All right, so who's your tip for the stage, Iffy? I've got to get on the road and get to the start.
All right. I'm going to go along with Mr. Matthews. I'm going to go for, not Bling. I'm going to go for Schultze.
Yep. I think it'll be Camno will be up there as well, as Mr. Matthews said. So it's going to be a tight finish. But yeah, hopefully Schultze. He's definitely got the form. YouTube.com/Detour Podcast. Thanks for your support, guys. And we'll be back again at 8 a.m. We're staying at Rodez Iffy today, so that's where the stage starts the following day. So plenty of time to do the podcast at normal time.
4 p.m. for those in Australian Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. And 8 a.m. if you're in Europe. We'll see you tomorrow. See you then, Iffy.
For the rest of the tour until it changes. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Until I read the race book and go, oh no, 2.5 hour drive to the start. All right,
and I'll try and get my right day. Find out what day it is. That will help. Yeah, all good.
Yeah. All right. No worries. See you guys.
Okay.
This is the winning ride of the Tour